My parents were immigrants that arrived in the community of Association House back in the late 1950s. My mom started going to Association House when I was a child. As a kid, I didn't understand what the place was all about, but I kept going. In 1973, I took a secretarial position at the house, and they were looking specifically for people who were bilingual. As I fell in love with the neighborhood, the community, and the staff, I decided to spend my career here. Well, working in a settlement house, a nonprofit agency, you learn how to be resourceful. Resources are always scarce every time you take on a little bit more, so eventually was afforded the opportunity to serve as the executive director at Association House. In that time, we faced many challenges. The resilience of the staff and the community kept me going, because this was never about a job. It was about connecting with people, the people that you work with, the people that you serve. It was about the intimacy of knowing and understanding what and who I was and how I could play a role in this organization. We're bound by a mission to serve people who are underserved. Neighbor helping neighbor was something we all lived by.
Harriet is just an inspiration anyway. In general, I think she inspires many. She leads by example. There is no better person that exemplifies integrity and hard work, and with grace and with class, and very humble. If you're inspired by the work of the Association House, you're inspired by Harriet. We call her the baby whisperer. She can soothe a baby instantly. Even though she's officially retired, she is still involved. We see her at least once a week. She does not see limits and barriers. Her steadfast nature expanded our services, moved us into new locations, and inspired countless people to join our mission. And she makes us feel like we can accomplish anything. The holistic way we approach our work is rooted in her leadership. She knew that the people we serve is what defines Association House. They are the heartbeat of this work.
We live in a society whose systems do not allow everyone to have a dignified life. I think we live in a world that doesn't recognize the value of every human being at their full potential. Settlement houses have survived for hundreds of years to fill that void. As Association House transforms for the needs of the future, my wish is that we understand this. This work is not a job, it is a mission, and that mission continues. It's bigger than our building, it's the spirit of the community. We treat each other with respect, dignity, and care. We see our collective humanity and dedicate ourselves to providing opportunity for our neighbors.
In her 47-year career at Association House, Harriet grew the organization beyond what we thought was possible. When we say her impact was immeasurable, we cannot stress enough the truly infinite legacy of her work. Harriet, we thank you for your hands-on approach and dedicated leadership over the years, and particularly over the last year during the pandemic. Your contributions to the House, its participants, and the community have been a critical part of the 122-year legacy of the Association House. It is for these reasons that we present the Spirit of Hope Award to you, Harriet, for your leadership and years of service with the organization. May our community be inspired to take up your mantle, Harriet, and to build beyond what we think is possible. Thank you again for all of your contributions to the House over the years, and welcome.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you to all of the Association House family. I'm honored to receive this award and accept it on behalf of the immigrant women of 1899 who came together to support each other and their families in a new community. On behalf of our founders who established this settlement house in the spirit of neighbor helping neighbor. On behalf of the community we continue to serve. On behalf of dedicated and passionate staff who carry on the tradition of service. On behalf of everyone, past, present, and future, who cares and supports the House. My journey at Association House would not have been possible without the values my parents shared with me. And I've always had the love and understanding of my daughter, Laura, her husband, Fred, and my grandchildren, Liliana and Freddie. The years have passed quickly, and they still don't believe that I have retired. But the Association House family will always be part of my life and holds a special place in my heart. In the spirit of hope, continue to embrace our mission, and together we will continue to make a difference. Celebrate this evening, be inspired. Until we meet again, my thanks to all of you.
Harriet, I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that I was able to give it to you, the award you deserved. I wish it could have been in person and in a big room, and I could have given you a hug, as do probably many of the board members. Collectively, because of the pandemic, we did not get to celebrate the way we would have liked to. We will. We will at some point, but we did not get to yet. And so I think it just makes it a little more emotional because we didn't get to spend the time together we would have probably spent together before.
Yeah, I think the emotional part for us is that we are truly a family at Association House, and we're used to being together, and we miss the hugs. It's a close and personal. People don't do this work as volunteers on the board or staff at the house. It's beyond that. We have passionate people, and we want to be together, and this has been a big challenge for all of us. Thank you. Our time will come.
That it will.
And we will be together in good health and in good spirits.
And a big hug.
And a big hug.